Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Efeni. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Rufai.
Good morning.
Good morning, Victoria Tundu. MQ Abiola.
Good morning.
Yes, it's a Friday.
Yay.
Yes, and you're ready.
Thank God it's Friday.
Now, let's start the review with this day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. The lead story, Buhari, Tinubu has track record to lead our party to victory in 2023. Host candidate says presidential primary most competitive, peaceful in nation's history. Buhari, a dependable leader, says Tinubu. Adamu, National Working Committee members pledged to work hard to deliver candidate. Northern APC governors visit standard bearer as search for running mate begins. Osinbajo, Jonathan congratulate ex-Lagos governor. Yes, victory is sweet. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu making the rounds, seeing the president, and you had to stop to see the vice president, who happens to be one of his competition at that convention. Quite sweet when you visit the man you vanquished. And I'm sure it must be giggling somewhere in his mind. But again, it's politics. Life must go on. There should not be enmity between Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Yemi Osinbajo because he ran against him. After all, if you are that close to the presidency, being vice president, it would be suicidal not to aspire to be president otherwise. Because there's nowhere to aspire anymore. It looks like you're not an ambitious fellow. So, with Yemi Osinbajo all the way, he tried hard, he did not get it, nothing to worry about. You go and live your life. You have a second address. You're not like other politicians who don't know what to do after office. Now, the Nation newspaper also reporting Buhari rallies governors for Tinubu ahead of 2023 election. Vanguard newspaper, VP slot, options, hurdles as Tinubu meets APC Governors National Working Committee, Lalong, Dogara, LGF for possible consideration. We are together. We will deliver you as President Adamu assures. Muslim tickets, no-go area, Babacha Lawal. Yes, I think I will join him on that because there are solid, sound, competent Christians from the north who can occupy the position of vice president if Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu were to pick one as running mate. To be considering Muslim ticket, I don't think it's good for this era. Especially for Asiwaju, the reason why he did not become the running mate of President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015 is because many said no to Muslim ticket. So why should that be on his plate this time around? I think we should just do the needful so that we don't whip up unnecessary tension along our fault lines in the campaigns ahead of the 2023 general election. Now, the Punch newspaper, Atiku running mate, PDP raises panel as Wike Okowa lobby for VP slot. Yes, Atiku meets ex-governors, National Working Committee, BOT members intensify search for VP. So, amid presidential governorship candidates' names, running mates, INEC tells parties, yes, about 7 days to go, yes, to meet that deadline. So the parties must decide who should be their respective running mates to their presidential candidates. Now, the Daily Sun newspaper, tension in APC, PDP over Tinubu Atiku's running mate. The Guardian newspaper, dollar rain. Politicians crowd out private business from FX market. Party primary set new exchange rate ceilings. BDC operators run out of supply as politicians warehouse dollars. Fear of higher political risk spread across market. CBN's rigidity stalling capital inflow, says Yusuf. Well, You know what the politicians do with money. And when it is in dollars, it is easier to move around quantum of cash. And so the politicians have invaded the foreign exchange market, banks, BDCs, malams, and they are mopping up dollars. But the impact we are seeing on the value of the Naira, but it wasn't as if the Naira was doing fantastically well, even before the politicians decided to do dollar reign at the conventions. Now, the foreign newspapers quickly, the Times of London, drivers join rail strikes as ballots set to spread, coordinate union action to increase disruption. Yes, drivers on 3 lines are backing industrial actions with strikes. Ballot expected to spread. The railway walkout will be the largest since 1989. How citizens in UK will cope at a time when to fuel your car is very expensive. Well, signs of the times, Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, will continue to feel the heat. Now, the Daily Telegraph captured British fighter sentenced to death. Yes, the Russian-backed rebels captured this British soldier fighting for the Ukrainians, and he has been tried and sentenced to death. Not forgetting that one Russian soldier was captured, was also sentenced to life imprisonment for human rights, for crime against humanity. And well, maybe you say one will continue to see most of this. Yes.
Mr. Finney, real quickly, something must be done. People must be able to get their PVC. What happened in Alaba yesterday is totally uncalled for. INEC must swing into action. People must not be attacked because they want to get their PVC. We must not have skirmishes around it. Please, what happened in Alaba, it's been all over social media, must be stopped. INEC must ensure people get their PVC, and we must rid society of thugs that prevent people from getting their PVC. It's totally abhorrent what happened yesterday.
Well, I'd raised the question with Chief Agbakai, our last guest, but he didn't answer the question. I really wanted to hear his take on it. I don't like any kind of victim blaming. So this whole position that's being expressed that, oh, the Alaba traders should not have gone en masse. They should have sort of gone into smaller groups. I think it's completely ridiculous. There's no Nigerian that should be attacked, whether you went alone or went in a group, no matter how big that group is. But I imagine investigations are ongoing, and we'll find out exactly.
Well, we need to get facts about that skirmish, because other reports said that this whole thing started from 2 people starting a fight, and it spread and trying to make it look like one group against the ethnic group against the other.
But it has been expressed that they should not have gone en masse. That is wrong, because they didn't just wake up and go spontaneously. It was planned. So if it had been planned, if it was announced, if it was already in the press, then INEC should have been prepared. They should have had their officers there to attend to all those people and give them their PVC. Surely that kind of mass movement should be exciting, showing that, oh, people are galvanized to participate in the 2023 elections.
So INEC has to be up and doing.
This is the bottom line. Because it was announced beforehand that Alaba market will not be open that day. So why was there no preparations?
Efeni, talking about INEC, let me say this quickly. Yesterday, the chairman of INEC, met with the press, and he rolled out the guidelines going forward and also conditions for the political parties as they ended the presidential primaries yesterday and will now, in the next days, be required between now and July. Between now and June 17 for national elections, between now and July 15 for the state and legislative assembly elections at the state level. They need to upload. Now, the INEC chairman gave the conditions that this must be done within the time frame. We hope that the parties are not again going to put pressure on INEC to further extend that a window that has been provided for the uploading of nominated candidates onto the INEC portal. INEC says it's going to have a nomination center.
Will be firm on its dates.
Expect politicians to come there. No, INEC says there will be a nomination center But the uploading is expected to be done electronically in order to reduce physical contact. INEC also says it has trained some of the members of the political parties, 4 per political parties. And the police are saying they are deploying 17,374 men. If the police are deploying 17,374 men, we hope that this election will not become another over-militarized process. How many men would the military be deploying? How many men would the civil defense be deploying? That will be one major concern. If INEC has to extend anything, what INEC should extend is the window, the opportunity for continuous voters registration, as has been asked for by the civil society groups that spoke on it, and also by the political parties.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much.